Good morning. Welcome to weigh-in number 14. I feel like I should look this up before I start filming. I always forget. I am tired this morning. My eyes are a little poofy, or they feel poofy. Let me see real quick. I can look at my videos to double check. Yes, number 14. Weigh-in number 14. So I already got out of my meeting. I did not have time to film once again before I got here. So I was up pretty late last night working on business stuff. Way too late. And that is something I really need to work on this upcoming week. Is like, I feel like I've been saying that forever. I feel like a broken record. So I don't know. Today's meeting was really helpful. I'll get to my weigh-in here in just a second, but in today's meeting, since we're on the topic, they talked about hooking like certain things that we need to do to things that we want to do. So, you know, one thing I was kind of thinking about is, you know, things that I like to do are walking and watching shows, which I'm trying to do less of actually, working on my business, reading, and playing with the girls. And so one thing I should probably, or that I need to like figure out, is I need to make things like a morning activity. Like maybe even just switch it, instead of working on my business really late at night, work on it in the morning. And that way I'm more, you know, likely to wake up because I would be able to work on my business in the morning. So same thing with walking. I used to walk in the morning all the time and I loved it. So just getting back to that. So yeah, I need to give myself some sort of incentive for going to bed early instead of doing things at night and staying up way too late, going to bed early. Cause yeah, Jules has had a rough time. My little 1-year-old, she's had really bad allergies, we think, this past week. She has no other symptoms other than like her eyes get watery and a little itchy, and then she's got a runny nose, and that's developed into like a little bit of a cough, but she doesn't have a fever. She's been acting pretty normal during the day, but at night she gets really congested, and so she's been having trouble sleeping because of that, and that means when she has trouble sleeping, we don't get as much sleep, you know? So yeah, I am tired this morning. I'm gonna get some coffee. I need to also make sure I'm not drinking caffeine too late in the day, so I think I need to start cutting off my caffeine intake, whether that be coffee or soda, whatever it is, probably at lunchtime, and just stick to water afterwards. So I definitely want to sit down and kind of journal a lot of these different goals and reflect, because this past week, it wasn't awful. I think I had 5 blue dot days. Let me see. But I just didn't feel as on top of things, and it's probably because everything that's going on with Jules. And then I also, Aunt Flo has visited this morning, so the week leading up to my period, I always get like kind of emotional. I definitely crave junk food, and then I bloat like crazy. So yeah, this was last week. I don't know if you guys can see, but I had 5 blue dot days, so not too bad. I ended up eating hot dogs on Sunday, and hot dogs are high in points. If you don't get the fat-free ones, if you add like the bun and a regular hot dog, like that's, how many points was that? I'm just curious. Let me look real quick. So that was Sunday. So I did Aunt Hattie's. Yeah, look at this. This is what did it, you guys. Aunt Hattie's hot dog bun for 2 was 9. I probably should have just had 1 hot dog. But 9 points. And then for 2 of the, what was it, Nathan's all natural, which are like my favorite hot dogs, that was 11 points. So that was like all my points for the day. But we had them in the house because we had purchased them with our grocery pickup the day before, because my daughter really wanted hot dogs for lunch. And lesson learned, like this is why certain things I feel like we need to just get when we eat out versus having them in the house, because when they're in the house, they're just way too tempting, you know? So as far as my weigh-in today, it was not good. It was not good, but I'm really working hard to like not be discouraged, because I know that you know, I did pretty good. 5 blue dot days is great. A couple hot dogs should not have like caused this to happen, honestly. So I think it's kind of going in the same pattern as what I've been experiencing, where I lose a good bit of weight and then I either don't lose anything, I lose a little bit, or I gain some back the following week. My body is just like fluctuating like crazy, and I don't know if it'll ever even out or if it'll start getting consistent, but I kind of went into this week expecting it to be like sort of a off week as far as like my weigh-in, and maybe that kind of adjusted, like, you know, negatively impacted my mindset, where I was like, well, it's gonna be an off week anyway, so I'll just have a couple hot dogs on Sunday, like no big deal. I don't know. So, but also, like I said, I do bloat like crazy as well. So let me show you guys. I'm kind of sad about this, you guys. So I've gained 2.6 according to the scale here. Gained 2.6, and yeah. Literally the only thing that was like off track really was like the 2 hot dogs. So 2 hot dogs does not, I keep telling myself this, Steph, 2 hot dogs does not cause almost 3 pounds of weight gain. And then, like I said, Aunt Flo has visited today. She is here. And the whole week leading up to my period, like, I definitely get very bloated. No matter how much water I drink, it seems like I just get so bloated. And I always, like, it seems like I always kind of gain around that time. Like, my body just retains water more. So yeah, so that's the way in. I'm expecting next week to go back down. I know what I really need to prioritize and focus on this week, so I really want to sit down when I get home and just kind of write out like a game plan of, like, you know, ways that I can make sure I'm doing what I need to do. So these are like the little papers they gave us, and we wrote down what we should do to reach our goal. And I put drink water, move, track everything, and 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And then things that I like to do: walk, watch shows, work on business and read, and then play with the girls. So I can, which playing with the girls, that's a lot of movement. We do a lot of dance parties. Walking is movement. You know, if I'm watching a show, I can make sure I'm drinking water. So there are ways, and I really love this idea. Like, this really lit like a light bulb in my head, if you will, of just linking things that you should be doing with things you like to do. So if you're trying to create like new habits and do like healthy habits and all that kind of stuff, just kind of linking that to things that you enjoy. Like, when I go on walks, typically that's when I'll listen to podcasts or audiobooks that I really enjoy, or I like listening to my church's music. My church is CCV, Christ Church of the Valley, and they do have music in like the Apple library and stuff like that. So I really like listening to that. So yeah, I just need to kind of come up with some ideas. I need to get some coffee. I'm like trying to not yawn, but I'm about to. I'm so tired. It's my own fault though. I even told myself, oh, and Andrew's an enabler too. Well, we're both bad. We both like enable each other. And I was telling him last night, I was like, we need to get out of this cycle, because I like got done working. It was 11:15 or so, and I came out and I was like, okay, babe, I'm gonna go to bed. And he's like, well, there's a new Impractical Jokers. Do you want to be bad and just watch it real quick? And I was like, okay. So we could have watched that tonight. Like, I don't know. But I think we both like had such a rough day, because Jules was like having, well, a rough night rather, because rough bedtime with the girls, because Jules was having a tough time and we're both worried about her. So I think we were just wanting to like relax and hang out and stuff. So Impractical Jokers is one of our favorite shows to watch together. It's hilarious. So yeah, that's where we're at for weigh-in number 14. I'm showing the good, the bad, the ugly here, you guys. It's not a perfect journey, and I've had a couple comments of people that were like, oh, I got really off track and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I'm here to tell you that that is totally okay. You just have to get back on track. You have to not quit. That's the key, because there's like a little, is it a meme? I never remember the names of these things. I swear, I feel like I'm just like 34 going on 60 sometimes. But anyways, yeah, there's this one that says like what you think the journey looks like, and it's just a straight line, and then what the journey actually looks like, and it's a bunch of, you know, squiggly lines. And that's the thing, and that's what I finally wrapped my mind around. Finally, it took me a long time to get here, where I was like, I'm not gonna be perfect. It's gonna be messy. I'm gonna have ups and downs. I'm going to lose great one week. You know, maybe I'll gain another week. Maybe I'll fall completely off track for a week. You know, you just never know. I mean, we don't plan for these things, but that's just life, and you just have to not quit. And so if you have a slip up or something like that, just get right back on track. And that's what I tell myself. I know my tried and true meals. I know what I enjoy. And that's a key too, I think, is like really making sure you have things that you enjoy, that you look forward to. Like for me, I am never going to look forward to like grilled chicken and broccoli. First of all, I'm not a huge chicken person in general. We don't eat a ton of chicken in our family, unless it's like mixed in with things. But I don't like eating just like a cooked chicken breast and like slicing it up. Like I like grilled chicken like in a wrap with like some ranch on it or something like that. But I don't like just like chicken off a grill. Maybe if it's got barbecue sauce on it, it's better. But I'm just never gonna enjoy that. So I don't plan meals for that. I instead, like if I'm gonna have some protein, some chicken, then these two ladies are fighting in the parking lot, and I'm just seeing lots of arms flailing, so hopefully everything's okay. That girl's definitely yelling though. Anyways, okay, not my business, not my business. So, I like, you know, chicken in like a low carb wrap for a point with some veggies and lettuce and things like that, a little ranch, a little reduced fat cheese in there. It's one of my favorite wraps to have. And so you just find things that you enjoy. And there are ways to make like your favorite meals lower points. So if you really like pizza, you can get, there's the Joseph's pita pizzas. Typically Walmart has them. It's just 1 point for a pita, and you can make 0 point marinara. That is a goal of mine this weekend actually, is to make my marinara. I used to make it all the time. It's a skinny-ish dish, or is it WW Pound Dropper? It's either, okay, now I feel like I need to look it up so I can tell you guys the recipe. So it's crockpot marinara, and it is the skinny-ish dish. So this one right here, the skinny-ish dish. That's the exact recipe I've used for so long, and it turns out so stinking good. It's so good, and it makes a ton, so just prepare yourself and make sure you have some jars or bags or something to throw in the freezer, because it makes a lot. But it's a 0 point marinara. So, and then you get some, you know, mozzarella, even like the full fat mozzarella I have found is not too high in points. I do get like skim mozzarella, and typically for like a quarter cup, I think it's about a quarter cup, it's like 2 or 3 points. So not bad at all. And then if you get some turkey pepperoni, you can usually have a couple pieces of turkey pepperoni for very little points. And then you've got a really good, like I'm satisfied by it, pizza. I cook mine in the oven, and then I usually have a little bit of ranch with it as well. And I get the Bolthouse ranch because that is pretty low in points as well. It's like 2 tablespoons for 2 points or something like that. So yeah, you just find your favorite things and you substitute items, and you figure it out. And that's the key. So making sure you have those go-to meals, I think, really helps getting back on track and making sure things are not too complicated. I am on like a simplicity kick right now. I am all about simplifying life, and yeah, it's been helping. It's been helping a lot. So anyways, guys, that is the weigh-in for this week. I am gonna go get some coffee. I'm so tired. I feel like it's gonna be a long day. We have a lot of cleaning to do because yeah, we're gonna have company over tomorrow for Easter. So I hope you guys had a wonderful Easter. If you celebrate Easter, I'm looking forward to it. It's one of my favorite times to get together with family and to celebrate and everything. So I wish I could take a nap right now. I feel like I could. But I'm gonna go get coffee, wake myself up. I do have a whole bunch of really ice cold water, and that will wake me up. So I'm not too far from home at all. I'm like maybe 8 minutes away. So and I'm like 5 minutes away from Dunkin'. So I will be there soon to get my coffee. But anyways, guys, that is it for this weigh-in video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you are in WW, let me know which plan you're using in the comment section down below. Let me know how it's going for you. And if you have any tips or tricks for how you get back on track or stay on track or any of that, definitely let me know in the comments below. Let's chat about it. I think we can all learn so much from each other. So anyways, I will chat with y'all later. Bye.